Hi, I'm Peter Kuznick. I'm professor of history at American University and director of American University's Nuclear Studies Institute. And I began our institute back in 1995. And the institute was born in the midst of the controversy around the Enola Gay exhibit, which was going to be held at the Air and Space Museum at the Smithsonian Institution, but it got canceled. And this was an attempt by the Smithsonian to do an honest and balanced exhibit about the decision to drop the bomb and the consequences of the atomic bombing. That this was in 1995, so this was the 50th anniversary. And in the midst of that, I was decided with one of my students whose mother and grandmother survived the atomic bombing in Hiroshima, and her grandfather died in the atomic bombing. She and I decided we were going to do something special to commemorate the 50th anniversary. So we were going to teach 2 courses here on campus, plus bring students to Kyoto and Hiroshima. And while we were planning this, the Smithsonian exhibit got canceled. So the museums in Hiroshima and Nagasaki asked if we would bring some of those artifacts to American University and do an exhibit here on the 50th anniversary. That was the first time that the Hiroshima and Nagasaki A-bomb museums ever did an exhibit outside of Japan. They've been doing one every year since, and now this is the 20th anniversary of our exhibit and the 70th anniversary of the original bombing, so we decided to do it again here at American University. And we combined artifacts from Hiroshima and Nagasaki with the 15 fabulous Maruki Hiroshima panels. And these are historic panels. And they can be compared to Picasso's Guernica, or the Rape of the Sabine Women, or other classic paintings of that sort. And so this is the first time they've been to the United States anywhere since 1995. So now we brought them here, and we put it together with these artifacts and with children's drawings from Hankawa Elementary School in Hiroshima, which I'll explain later. So that was the origin of our exhibit in 1995. Now, 20 years later, we've got a more elaborate exhibit. I'm pretty sure it's the most elaborate exhibit on the atomic bombings that's ever been held in the United States. It is overwhelming. I can't tell you how many people have written to me who have seen it and said that it left them in tears. This is one of the most famous images out of Nagasaki. This is a young girl, and she looks, as the caption says, dazed. She's holding a rice ball that a rescue party had given her. There's blood on her face, but she's got such a look in her eyes, such a forlorn, distant gaze. Like so many of the other people, she didn't know what happened to her. She didn't know what had occurred. So many of the people who had lived through the bombing said that they were sure that the bomb had landed on their house, that they would figure that that's what had happened. And they went outside and they saw that all of Hiroshima, or all of Nagasaki, was ablaze, and the fires were coming toward them. You'll see one of the Maruki panels called Fire, what it was like for the survivors who were engulfed in flames.